a girl, no. If there is a girl who is getting into marriage now, expecting to get married to a holy man who is not going to cheat on you, please let marriage be. It's not for you. It is not for you.
Emmy, I'm telling you, he will come home and see you as a housemaid, and he'll be like, all along.
Because
you have seen a princess the other side. We are getting into marriages, a girl child. Bino bye bakusenga bye batutuuza simanyi do this for a man, simanyi simanyi water, simanyi ebyo mubitugambe naye nga n'ekintu ky'oku how to take care of my home, how to manage my home should be the first on the list. Hello guys, it's a real pleasure to have you joining us today. It's the Real Tales as usual, and just another episode here on our YouTube channel, Real Tales Podcast. In case you haven't joined our family or you are seeing us for the first time, please feel free to go to the subscribe button immediately before you even know who is sitting next to me, before you even know who is sitting on the far left. It's good for you to go subscribe and be a part of our family. It's really interesting. We talk about real life stories, real life issues. I am Pamela, if I forget to mention my name, and I'm here joined by Glosh, the beautiful Glosh, radiating, and we also have Emmy on the other side. So yeah, this is going to be quite an interesting episode because we are talking about a situation of couples. Well, we know couples is part of life, marriages, relationships, and all that, but we're talking about particularly marriages and why they reach a certain point and a breaking point, and a man decides to leave his home and go for another woman. We have seen stories, Emmy and Glosh, where a man just whatever he has bought, he has invested TV, has invested maybe
A
bought
car,
land, he
yeah.
has bought a car, he has paid school fees for these children up to some level, but he will get his bag, just only his bag, and leave everything that he bought in that house or any other investment and go and start a life with another woman. Sometimes it's unfairly that he leaves. Sometimes it's unfairly. Well, let's focus on a story that we have. Actually, there are two stories. There's one that concerns a celebrity, celebrated man of God, and then there's one that happened just near here in Nansana. Nansana, this woman had lived with her man for 13 years as a couple, and they have had kids together, kids who are now grown. One of them actually is also big enough, dating. That's part of courtship where kids bring home their boyfriends and say, Mommy, Daddy, this is the man that I want to marry. How can we organize the planning? But prior to the kids bringing this boyfriend of hers to marry, left the home and decided to join another woman, leaving his wife alone. And so later, when one of the daughters comes up and says, Mommy, I want to get married, she chooses to come to her mother and another uncle of hers, and she says, I want this uncle to represent me as my father, because my dad left us at a time that we needed him most. He left our mother, he embarrassed her. So the father, the actual father who left the home, is annoyed and is saying, even if I left and got another woman, I am still your father and I deserve to take that place as your father. So we are exploring why men are leaving women, leaving their families, and also embarrassing them at the same time, because it's one thing to walk away, but then it's another thing to leave.
Embarrass someone.
So Gloria, why do you think that society is now turning into this thing? First of all, that it's easy to walk out of a marriage even if you have sacrificed a lot.
These stories get me emotional because honestly, first of all, I am somebody that does not have a problem with separation. Instead of poisoning somebody and killing them, instead of getting a gun and shooting this woman, it's okay, move away. But separating, my issue is how do you do the separation? If you have decided to go, don't get on your platform, whatever you have, and start shattering the mother of your children and expect that children are going to be still loving you as their father. That does not, let me tell you, we are in the era of social media. We are in the era where you record a video and it will be kept for 100 years. Okay. And then someone brings it back and it's like a few moments later. Okay.
I know.
Honestly, if you are to reach a separation, remember there are these people that you brought into the world. If you gave birth to children, for the sake of those children, even if she has done the worst things to you, and you feel like you can't do with her anymore, just look at those children and know that nobody else will love you like they do. Nobody. You can find another woman, they can love you, they can still dump you, but those children will keep knowing that they are your children. So my whole point is, I think when a man, I think it's on both, let's include both genders, even if it's a woman living. Remember, this is a man you had children with. Don't shut him down. You let him go have fun. Like, first of all, I believe in one thing. I believe that when something is not meant to be, it won't be. When a marriage has reached a point of toxicity that is up there, it's okay for people to move on. But remember, you brought people in this world that you should raise together, irrespective of your differences.
Exactly. Before we judge this gentleman of leaving or dumping his family, let's agree that omusajja tagenda keera kumakya asuulewo family ye because yayombye n'omukazi. Let me tell you guys, some women are very hard to deal with. Ffenna tukimanyi. Mulimu abasajja bali mu marriages nga bafacinga domestic violence. Ng'omusajja agenda kujja, yes, ng'omusajja ajja kujja kumakya ng'alina bamulumye wano, nga wano bamusaza, nga they are just waiting for that time agambe nti let me get out of this toxic marriage. And there are some women who are getting into a man's house. Atuuka n'agamba, ono omusajja yampasa. First of all, I'm wedded. This is my husband. We have 4 kids. We've been together for 10 years. Na relaxinga. Kati ayagala mmanya oba essaati y'omusajja egololwa, oba omusajja yalya ku mmere ennungi, oba omusajja bamuddamu batya, naye ng'omulimu gwe yasigala guli ogwo kukola patro. Omusajja aba yeebase essaawa 9 za kiro ng'adda ku patro. Ani gwayogedde naye ku ssaawa 6, ani gwe yamiitinze ku ssaawa 11, ani gwe yabadde ayogera naye, ani gwayise baby. Sometimes it's us women who make these marriages toxic. We make our homes toxic homes for these men. Omusajja, but let me tell you, tell omusajja agenda alekawo makage unless of course bibaawo waliwo bakikola, but let's say 10% of these men bagenda osuulawo obufumbo bwabwe. It's me who has caused it. Kuba tosobola kuŋŋaana naawe newoba gwe nga buli wadde ewaka bakubuuza ovaawo obadde nani omusajja gwe lwaki tofa n'otuviira. Women say such words. Atuuka nga talina nsonga emuzza waka. Me I used to have some guy nga ngamba ndi mu bbala ssaawa 9, njagala at least were 11 ngende waka nebaka essaawa emu ku ssaawa 12 oba emu nfulume, because there is no happiness.
But I think something maybe we are defending the men so much.
No, we're not defending.
Marriage story. Okay.
These are the realities.
Because I think it takes two to tango.
Exactly.
If the man is perfect, there is no reason why the woman is going to be suspicious. If they agree as a couple, or if I know your job is maybe a truck driver, or maybe I know your job keeps you late up around 3 a.m., then I don't have any reason to question you over our but I believe that men are taking it more personally. Men want an easy landing in these marriages, and women, we are the ones who are sacrificing, who are taking taking all the hardness, tolerating, while the man is allowed, because society says he can do whatever he wants, and after he's allowed to walk away anyway.
But
the woman
we are
is
forgetting
thinking about the sacrifice. See, we had children together. we came from very far. We had we started businesses together. Maybe like for instance that case of the pastor, we started our ministry together, and then we reach a certain point, and the man has total disregard for what we sacrificed as a couple. Why? Because as a wife at home, she was questioning him and saying, where were you coming from? As a wife, and saying, what is happening? I feel there's something suspicious going on.
But we are forgetting that when you're entering into this marriage, ojja for love. Let me tell you, the reality is love fades. Tukirize. You have to get married to this man ng'okimanyi wajja tuuka nga tewakyali nnyo much attraction of you and him. Those butterflies zituuka ne fading away. Okitegeera. Naye tutuuka ne tubeera nga we put our partners in like a prison. You are married to me. You're not supposed to cheat on me. Who told you that he's not supposed to cheat? By the way, if there is a girl, no. If there is a girl who is getting into marriage now, expecting to get married to a holy man who is not going to get to cheat on you, please let marriage be. It's not for you. The reality is every man, whether pastor, man of God, yafukibwako amafuta gamukulukuta ne wakusabira ku ssaawa eyo ozuukira, he will cheat because he's a man. That is the reality.
No,
So oba nga ogenda mufumbo pamu nga toyagala kuchitinga bireke. It is not for you.
Emmy, my opinion is here. They are faithful men.
Yeah.
To me they are not there. Era ne waba pastor nojja okumpasa nti manya ogenda kuchitinga.
Okay, there are men that are faithful. Just know that they might not be many. But also, let me tell you something. There's this guy who will go out every evening after work, drink 1 or 2 or 3 or 4, come back home without even mingling around with women. But there's this guy who will return home at 5, and all he's doing is in everybody's inbox. I'm coming back to your point of the issue of domestic violence that she talked about at first. The percentage of women who are mistreating men and men who are mistreating women is extremely too different. Very different. Like we all know what men have made women go through. We see these things every single day. Wait a minute. This is what I'm thinking. Domestic violence. Just like I said when I was starting, anything to do with violence that has that word violence in it.
You don't subscribe to that.
Pack your bags and go. That is not love. I don't believe with a woman who will get a bottle or a spoon and hit it on your head. The next day you don't have to go to work because you're sick. Just pack your bags and go.
And leave. Yeah.
Now, this is the whole point. I feel like the one contributor of separations in these marriages is having extramarital affairs outside. Cheating. This is let's say the example we are using, the pastor,
the man of God.
a man of God. He
Yafukibwako
has
amafuta
had his wife for the whole
for
time.
30 years.
Now, one day he messes around and
With a
lands
girl.
on this young girl. This
Who
young girl does
everything.
things to him,
and
he just kuunga.
I know.
The next minute, this girl is just going to be feeding his.
Yeah.
Let's also believe that men are very physical people.
Yeah.
They are physical human beings. He wants
to see a sexy body.
He wants to touch. He wants to feel.
Yeah.
These things, all of them contribute. I'm telling you, he will come home and see you as a
sister,
as a housemaid, and he'll be like, all along.
Because he has seen a princess the other side.
You understand. So so when someone hasn't tried something outside, it is going to be hard for them to go to get up and pack and go.
Yeah.
He goes to this girlfriend, side chick. He reaches there. He is taken care of as a kid,
as a baby. Yeah. They shower him, massage,
baby,
food in time, juice.
Everything is available. When he comes back through the door, Where have you been?
Yes.
The whole day. Others insult, serious insults, which is very horrible. So someone home after work, they are worried about how this woman is going to react today. Other women are violent, that's for sure. You're like her. But I don't know what happens.
Whatever happens, kastanywedemu kanairo.
You understand? So I feel like such particular factors have led to so many separations in these serious marriages. People who have started from zero to when they reach a certain, also when men reach a certain level of success, they start looking at you as a she's suiting me anymore. I feel like I need a certain
class.
brilliant brown
Brownie size zikozeseza abantu ensozi kuno.
So those are the factors that really.
So we are saying that cheating is one of the biggest factors. And
to add on that, to add on Gloshy's point, she said something later, takigenze so deep. For example, bakedde ku makya bampasiza nyirira ndikaana katooka flat tummy, the body is all in place. Nga nefaako I have like 3 perfumes ze neekuba, I'm always clean, I'm hot. Nzadde abaana 3. I'm always smelling. You're breastfeeding, you know that feeling of when a woman is breastfeeding, you don't clean
the whole body.
Like when the kid comes into your life, you forget about yourself.
Your attention is on the baby.
Attention is on the baby.
You
even forget about the man. Okitegera, attention ya 100% ebeera ku mwana wange alidde anaabye embudde, is he sleeping. You forget about your existence as a woman. Omusajja agenza akwanyika Pam is 19 years. Kakampasa. She has no stress in her life. All she thinks about, ono omusajja mukutte ntyo okumugyamu akakadde kaki kakusasula hostel, mukutte ntyo omugyamu esente zempa maama wange, okutandika aka business. Otegera ate n'ensobi abasajja balaze bakola. He will come to Pam amugambe mukyala wange Emi mukyafu, tamanyi kufumba, awunya, ennyumba awo gituukamu ebeera disorganized. Kati wanajja nagamba what the woman does. Of course when you're going to do the opposite, you're going to be so clean. Kamasajja kamuwe mu budde, akamere anywe ku kajuice kookoledde waka. Let me tell you now, neobanga gwe musajja, sometimes let's put ourselves in these men's shoes. Even if you are the man, I swear,
the truth
you
is,
can change.
Let me tell you something. The truth is one. When Amy emphasizes on character of a woman at home, it is 100% one thing that we should put attention to. Do you sit in your home and think and be like, is my man even anxious to come and see me? Is he excited
to come back home?
Or he's worried on how you're going
to react.
Your first word is that you talk to him.
Of our
hey babe, welcome back home. How has been your day?
Yeah.
Should I give you some tea, some juice, some that kind of attention? Not very many women have it. Women who have gone more than 3-4 years in marriage.
They feel entitled.
Entitled, yeah.
Check the fridge.
Please serve yourself.
but I don't know, because you were talking about cheating, and we seem to be putting the blame game on the woman, especially as one of the biggest contributors to a man saying, I'm packing my bags and going out of it. Could we say that it is because society has uplifted men, has given them the easy way out, that a man, for him, once the woman starts smelling badly at home, he's allowed to go out and get someone who is younger, more petite, and you know what? Or have we reached a point where the people get into marriages? I think, is that the reason that people get into marriages? There's not enough counseling, there's no enough support system, that they're supposed to be told, this is how marriage is going to be. You as a man, there's going to be that time when the woman gives birth. When she gives birth, she has to go through A, B, and C. You need to be patient with her. Do not just easily go away, leave the sacrifice maybe of children to her, then go around telling the world. So are we living in a society where the boy child the woman has been taught that when you go into a marriage, be tolerant. Just wait there. Even if you maybe not taught well enough that you have your bad manners and you know you don't welcome the husband back or whatever, you shout at him. But who is not being taught well here? Because the man is cheating and the woman, but also the man is ignoring to support this woman even in her worst of places.
Yeah.
Okay, Pam, to reiterate on that point, the whole we should all understand that here in this particular country where we are in, here in Uganda, men have never been prepared anywhere.
Thank you.
The woman is a whole full-time job. You should understand. Even if I'm not pregnant, I have a whole cycle that runs like this. That when you meet me on a certain day, I can literally meet you and get annoyed and cry the next minute.
I know.
It's not my making. That's how I was created.
Yeah.
We have hormones that are all over us every time. That 1 minute you're in a depression, the next minute you're the most favorite human being alive. So if a man understood that, if men know that by taking that altar to make vows before the whole world and before God, they are taking on this particular individual with themselves. However it may go, however bad she might look, you are supposed to sit down and understand her. Number one, I don't call men the head. They know how to be called the head.
Head
I
of
call
the
them
family.
leaders. You are the leader of this family. You should give 100% to make sure that the region you lead is 100% fine. And anything that gets messed up, you have failed to lead.
Yeah.
I wasn't saying that women have entirely made these divorces happen or separations that are very nasty happen. No, but these men also have a role
To play.
They are leaders. When you hook up with a guy and you're like, so I've accepted this guy to be my boyfriend. When you accept him, you just get into a relationship. That's all you can do. You as Pamela, you as Amy. There is nothing else you can do. It is up to this guy to be like, I think she can be a good wife. So let me run on trying to propose to her. If he does not think about that, you will always remain a girlfriend.
And you will
So
find
when
a
he
wife.
makes a proposal and he makes another level, he's like, I think I should take her to church. That is another level of thinking. It is him who gives direction to anything, whether relationship or marriage. So if this guy does not lead properly his home, even if it is a quarrelsome woman like we're talking about, but if you know that you have a man who stands by his word, who is a proper leader at home, it is where you stop. Men should be prepared, what you said. Men should be prepared to understand what marriage is. Not to just be with Gloria. After when you feel you no longer want to see her body because she has given birth, all the stomach is pulled out, all her body she has put on like 100 kilograms. She can no longer she can no longer stand with your beauty standard. And then you meet a campus girl and you have failed to be a leader.
Okay, that is quite interesting. We talked to some people and they gave us also their opinions on what they think about this.
Hi, Biggie. Good. At what age should the kids be involved about their parents' separation, as in their opinions, and at what age should the parents open up and tell them we are now separating?
Well, on the point of why can men live their way
Yeah.
other women, it's pretty simple. I don't know whether there is an excuse for that. The only thing I can say is because they are men. I feel like men already think like they're the only ones allowed to do certain things. For example, move on if you want. So that one is simple. I don't even have a lot to say about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Men's thing. So on the part where or when should parents involve their children when they're getting separated, I think it's basically about the age.
Yeah.
What age? For example, if your kids are already grown, you just have to let them be, like they'll realize eventually. First of all, sitting down your kids and telling them that they're separating is too white. It's so European. I don't think it even happens in Africa or even rather in Uganda.
Yeah.
I don't think parents really call and be like, we're going to separate now. You just see, now your father is not there anymore. You just see, and then you just be like, yeah, I know what happened.
Against.
People don't even ask about them. So it's basically time.
He's gone.
What happened to you? Because that's just how the African culture was. Parents do not talk to their children, or there was that saying,
yeah.
you see that people even be like, how dare you talk back to your father? So I don't think the African way allows children to even confront their parents about things that are happening. I'm your parent, just sit there.
Not your dad. So kids in that scenario, do you think he has a right to come back?
Well, in that exact part, I think I'm on the side of the mother
and the kids.
I think violence goes with violence.
Yeah.
When you came out and said, do this, you decided to take it to the media. So
Yeah.
for them to respond, they were already seeing from what happens instead of fish shots straight from the top. So the top being their father, he does something wrong, be rest assured that these other young ones are going to follow with it. So if he decided to take it that way and the kids responded that way, I think that's fair enough. The only problem would have been if he didn't say anything and then the children come out and then try to bash him or anything like that. But since he decided to bash them and their mother, they felt like they should stand for their mom, which is rightly so. So they did the same.
Hi Godra, how are you? Today on the Real Tales story Nechibuzo, Shimbibiri. So it's Soka. There is a man who left his family for another woman. Right now ali mu kwetondera abaana ayagala komawo bamusonyiwe baddemu nga we baali. Why do you think these men leave their families for another woman?
Buli muntu yenna aba bulizadde yenna ayagala abaana be ne mukyala we but I think in my opinion abasajja abamu nabo babeeramu n'ebizibu byabwe which sometimes ayinza okulaba nga badde mu kigambo omukazi w'abaana most especially ng'abaana abato so I think twekanga nga omusajja akoze ensobi not because abadde ayagala because of some reason yeza abatatugambye so aba olinga agenze okimu abadde nakyo anaprovidinga but yenasalawo nagamba yesogeneza yabakoze yes abaana baba betaaga bakitegeereko but sometimes things happen so fast abaana still bakyali bato tasobola carrying on that bad.
Kati olowooza myaka emeka abaana gye balina okumanyiramu nti banaye me and your dad kigaanye? P7 si muto nnyo.
P7 at least omwana oyo aba asomyeko abamanyi naawe this is it abasobola okukola ki naye abaana ebanga bakyali myaka esatu at least omwana abeera 12 13 P7 wala obudde notegera abaana mikwano gyabwe so that bw'otukanga kikunyirize obukomyeyo out of the blue you leave these kids enkyali babeera successful onakuma mu bulamu bwabwe they will not love you because wabaleka in the time olwakwetanga.
And yeah, it is true. Abakyala abamu, not insisting on what I said, but of course we've had some people. Abakyala abamu we are negligent, but then it brings us back to omukyala okomayo waka, as I said, she's disorganized, she forgot about herself, she forgot about you. Do you have time? You know what, honey? Nange nze wanvaako ewuwo sikyayagalako more because nkomawo ennyumba okuva ku entrance paka mu bathroom. It's not giving. Can you try to change things? There are only 500.
Even candles.
Yes.
Even candles.
We get scented candles, we get nice curtains. Can we change the furniture so that omusajja abeereyo nga ayina that urge agamba I'm going home. Naye omusajja abeereyo ng'agamba kaninde ziwere essaawa 9 nkomewo neebaka. Naye nga naawe omanyi ekikulemesa okukomawo ewaka, it's because the home is always disorganized. Ono omukyala abeera busy takyalina budde bulongoosa waka the way everything was. There is a couple I know. Na good thing guy yamala n'ayatulira mukyala namugamba nti saagala kuddaaka lwa nsonga oba owunya amabe. Sorry. You know, you're not clean enough for me. Nature has no one to cook. I have nowhere to sit because the home is totally disorganized. home.
That's why sometimes I even sleep in my friends' places because I don't find my home as comfortable as it was before we got that business. At least here, one year now, and she changed. Now they are happy, you know. It's a happy couple. Sometimes these women, they need to be told. Police agenda na attention naiteeka nnyo ku baana neyeerabira nti this man exists. Then another thing, I feel like if we are getting into marriages, a girl child, bino bye bakusenga bye batutuuza simanyi do this for amaani simanyi simanyi water simanyi ebyo mubitugambe naye nga n'ekintu ky'oku how to take care of my home, how to manage my home should be the first on the list. Bino ne bahiringa basenga ne bajja ne bakuulira how to speak, how to do what, how to make simanyi voices, whatever byonna tubyagala appreciate and of course bitambuza nnyo obufumbo byebivaamu n'ebibala by'abaana. But then kindly sit these girls down before they get into marriages. Omugambe omukyala afa bw'ati ku makaali, omukyala talina kubeera disorganized. If you think entebe ye badde ya brown etandise okuddako ennunga, geeta ekyangwe teekamuko ka omo gisaako edde ku kala yaayo. Owulira nga ennyumba erimu akasuwa katategerekeka, get something like a freshener, ennyumba ebeene fresh. Omusajja agenda oyingira mu nyumba ng'emuwa bathroom balina describing every after 2 days. Okitegeera olina okusula mu suuka eza white every after, you know, when you have it at home your man please take those bed sheets, please remove them oteekeko empya. Omusajja osula mu bed sheets ezitali ngolole. Give us those lectures mu kifo ky'okuwa ziri eza bedroom
to prepare.
Prepare us n'embina ebya bulijjo.
If I'm to talk about that particular point, I watched some lady on a certain social media platform, and she made a point that I actually picked with interest, and I liked it so much, and I felt like I would share it in this particular discussion. She was like, lady, even if you picked your husband's phone and checked it and realized that this guy is having an affair somewhere, what you do, don't even give him attention. These people, and I realized it really works. Don't even show him that bothers you a single minute. Men will always be triggered when he sees you not bothered, actually taking care of yourself. That same energy that wakes you up at 3 a.m. to check a man's phone, use it to get up, clean yourself, do a facial, scrub your body, have a beautiful skin. Or if you're a person who works out, go get out, make a run, or go on your treadmill and run. Make your body good, as in give you the love that you need from him. The love that you need from him, give it to yourself. That satisfaction, what you are talking about, when you have self-love, nga love yeno gyetaddeko nga wenna gyewulira tojja kubeera mu kifo nga kikyamu you're not going to be in a dirty bathroom. You're going to be like,
my bathroom is
this is not proper. You're going to be like, I think today I need to prepare for myself and my husband a dinner and some candlelight dinner for the two of us at home. Since he doesn't want to take you out.
Meanwhile, when you do that, for example, take a candlelight dinner, you'll be triggered. Nagama, cousin, I think I need to take her to a very expensive hotel. Naga tugwe nabeera kusanga mu kisikaati 24/7 oyambadde adira.
Ate n'ekirala bano abantu be tubeera nabo, the people we be with, like for those women who are married, you realize what your man likes. Ebintu ebimu triggeringa n'obireka nomanya nti kino ekintu takyagala, yatuula n'akubuulira emirundi 8 nti kino tokyagala, wakuba naffe tubagamba oluusi ne batawulira. But the truth is, if you tell him, if he told you this, don't do it. Try to be a better you, a better wife, a better mother. That is as being a better mother also, because by you trying to learn what he wants, trying to put it into action, then you're actually trying to be a good mother for your child, because you want your child to still have a father around.
That brings us to our beauty and health tip of that day. Era tetugenda mukimanyi kolegi okimanyi okune skin nedda olabiridde otya wakaawo okuba nga wawunya bulungi nga walabika bulungi nga budget of 500 shillings ngambye nusu bitaano. There is a campaign sold in shops, supermarkets, called down. Buy it, teeka mu spray bottle, teekamu amazzi, buli woba nga olongoosa kweno tebo ka spraying longoosa tagenda kulekawo that natural scent. Nyumba yo bere nga nawe wookinjiramu I feel like I want to be in my house.
Hi beauties, in today's beauty and healthy tip tugenda kulaba engeri gy'osobola okozesa downy oba akawoowo ak'ennusu bitaano zokka okuwunyisa obulungi ennyumba yo, ekiyungu kyo, bedsheets zo ne bathroom yo. Ogenda kufuna downy okateeke mu spray bottle, oddire amazzi ogamixingemu, omala oshakinge bulungi otandike okusprayinga mu bifo ebyenjawulo. Kati nga olaba onadde mu kiyungu kyange nosprayinga, omala osprayinga noleeta akatawero nosimula bulungi. You have to make sure buli wooba osiimuula, buli wasoboka, make sure osiimuza akawoowo nti womala okusiimuulawo akawoowo kali kasigalawo nti omuntu ne waba ayingidde bwingizi ennyumba yo awulira akali kafu, awulira freshness. Bw'ayingira ennyumba freshness yokka yesooka omukuba. Mulekerawo okubeera n'ennyumba ng'omuntu wayingira ekivundu kye kimukuba, omuntu wayingira waliwo ekisu ekitasanyusa ekimukuba ku wardrobe yo, mu ntebe zo, ku dressing mirror, anywhere in your house, in your bathroom, in your clothes. Woba oyuza engoye zo ng'omaze bulungi nnyo zikunya ku stage eyo ey'okwanika, gula ka sacket kamu akayo downy oba downy. Munansonyiwa, everyone has their own pronunciation, but that thing is so good. It is super good. It gives you the freshness in your clothes, in your house, everywhere. So make sure you make this thing part of your life. Thank you for subscribing on our channel.
I feel like when ku mulimu I want, so that's why wenva ku mulimu my bathroom erina buli kika kya ssente obw'enkumi ebbiri obw'enkumi ennya obw'ebitaano, but I can never clean my house.
You don't have to be so rich. Yeah,
You don't have to be so
it's just a matter of being creative.
Yeah. So ladies, akantu ako mukategeeze temukyavaamu ngamba wano mu comment section baka bakolera.
It is good even
so nice.
It is even
And
nice when
very
you put
cheap.
it in bed sheets.
Yeah.
Mananga, you sleep like you
baby.
in those scented bed sheets and you like. To be honest,
Omala
I enjoy that.
omusajja yandekawo yagamba simanyi ennyumba yange tetukula nga waliyo akawoowo akanusu ebitaano. Really? Sometimes it's not fair. As women,
So anyway, let's get back to the factor of the kids, because at the end of the day, when you decide to get into a union, we know that marriage is a school that you never stop learning. We are still talking about the involvement of children in the affairs of the parents. This is to the parents. We know that everything can be toxic, everything can be too much. Let there be things that you never say. Just like I said as we were introducing this show, I talked about how much you should. When you're getting too angry, remember one thing: you have children. These children will always be your children, no matter what. So when you might mention a word that will haunt you later. So a child is 100% right to actually go and find someone else to be the uncle or the dad, because you actually showed her that you don't care. You don't care about her. You don't. If you decide to deny your own child a job opportunity and give it to strangers, how is she supposed to come back and call you dad and call you on her introduction and be like, this is the man I love? How do you expect a child to come back and to call you after standing on your two legs without anybody asking you, and you leak information that is very private, that is supposed to actually remain inside your bedroom with your wife, that even your children should not know. And the whole nation gets to know about it, and you expect this child is going to forgive you? No. So as parents, please, if you're separating, if you feel like all is done and failed, remember children. Remember that these children are your children. So there are things that you shouldn't go beyond.
So I think people are looking for validation. Couples are looking for validation, especially when things go sour. Somebody's trying to defend themselves and they're looking in their own interests. So in the process, they end up saying bad things about the other person and forgetting that when two elephants fight, it's the grass that suffers. Those children become psychologically traumatized because, first of all, children are built to know that parents are supposed to be together forever. So when you reach a point of separation, they don't even they don't take it well because it affects them. So as a parent, you need to find a way, because I think, like Gloria said, the age that you involve your children is an age where they are able to understand. But also, what are you telling them at what stage? If a child is 18 years and above, they are allowed to make any decision. They can even say, now I can walk out of this home and stay with a friend of mine until you people cool off or separate. They can talk to their mother separately and say, mommy, please, things are not working with dad, he might kill you, walk away. But when a child is a teenager, like maybe say 16, 17, 13, 12, 10, 9, 8, these kids need to be guided as you people separate. In that you need to start having those conversations with them and tell them, you know what, things are not working out for us. Sometimes things don't work out the way that you want them to work out. You tell them, be open with them and say, I think you have seen how we fight most of the times. You wouldn't want me throwing a glass of water or an empty glass and injuring your father. You wouldn't want your father. So I think sometimes it's best for us to be separate. It's the way that parents engage their children as they are breaking up, but still treating each other with respect, that will give a lasting impression that the child will know, oh, things didn't work out, oh, daddy liked somebody else, but they respected each other. That's what was the most important.
Bana, fathers, okay, I'm not attacking the man of God, but let me put myself in the same shoes with those kids. If my father wakes up today and disrespect my mother, especially in public, the way the man of God did, I have right 100.5% not to forgive this man. Why? These are private issues, very personal. You have to keep them, as Gloria said. Ebintu bino bya mu kisenge mubimalire mu kisenge ng'abazadde. These are things abaana bammwe bye batalina kumanyaako. Whether you bought cotton for 8 years or 20 years, this is the woman you stood with in front of the church and the congregation and said, I do, for better, for worse. Kati ennaku embi zizze, we are in the worst days whereby she's bleeding for 8 years. Eyo kati woyina okakasiza ekirayiro kye wakuba. Abasajja tuleme okwebuza amagezi tubeerewo for better, worse we zinajja odduke. No. If you woba wayimirira mu maaso g'abazadde bange, ag'abakwano gyange, baganda bange, mu maaso ga Mukama, because marriage, before anyone else, you go before God n'omugamba Mukama, for better for worse, ono mukyala mututte, ngenda mwagala, ngenda mubeererawo, kati embeera embi ezze mubeererewo. Naye ekirayiro kyewakuba ate okizzeeko okiyisizaamu amaaso ku public, ku social media, and then you have the guts and the balls to stand on the same camera and say you miss your kids. Really? Olunaku lwasalawo no disrespectinga mama waabwe mu camera, olunaku lwe baakuzaalukuka nga taata waabwe. If it was me, I'm not giving them this advice, but if it is me, I love my father with all my life. But the moment he disrespects my mother, lwe lunaku lwe nkera ku matanga my dad is dead, to me, obeera ofudde. When should we get involved in our parents' issues? Singa omuzadde wange okeera ku makya n'omuswaza mu public, whether I'm 8 oba I'm 6, whether for as long as nsobola otegeera nti oyisizaamu mama wange amaaso, I am supposed to get involved in those issues. Nesinga mukera kumacha ne separating in a good way. Abazadde banje ebintu byagaana okukola ne batuuza abaana baabwe naga, you know what, me and your dad muna tetugenda sobola, dad yafunye omukazi omulala, well and good. I'm not supposed to be involved. Those are your personal issues. Kiganye. It's not a must that mulina okufa mwenna. Mulimu abantu nga you're not meant to get married. You're not meant to die with this man, or you're meant to get married to someone else, but you have kids. Okitegera okera kumacha ne mwawukana nga nkyali muto nga temuyombe. It's none of my business. Wenkula nentuuka okufumbirwa, I know who my dad is. Sigenda kubbira stepfather wange ajje ku mukolo nga taata wange. But if we separate in a bad way, because wayawukana ne mama wange ng'omuvumye omuswaziza mu public, nange oba oyawukanye nange. But if it is me, Emmy Kainamula, you disrespect my dear mother, n'omuswaza mu public, mukwano oba onfiiriddwa, mba sikyali mwana. In fact n'erinnya lya Kainamula ndyejjako ne nnoonyayo eddala. Yeah, that's how bad things can go. So abantu nga mugenda mu relationships mukimanye butterflies eyo stage ebaawo, but there is always this back days zibaawo. That's when you need a friend. That's why they say get married to your friend. Your friend is not going to disrespect you in public. Tagenda gamba musimanyi namugulira cotton for 8 years. You are not my friend. Things are so hard. So get married to your friend. And another thing, expect those bad days, whether you like it or not. Zijja kujja. Nze mbaze siddako sibizaako ngalo.
So I think that's why we call it a wrap. Emmy has wrapped it up on a high note.
All the emotions.
So guys, feel free as usual. If you have anything that you would like to comment on this topic, just go to the comment section there and include something. If there's anything you feel you want to improve, if to improve, if you want to join us on the show, if you want to invite us somewhere to be a part of you as we discuss some of these issues in the Real Tales, then well, there's a number down there, you see it, and just be able to reach out to us. If you have a story that you feel needs to be shared so that the world can know and we can offer some advice, still feel free. Or take a comment section, or either way, or you can contact us on the number that is below there and be able. Our social medias are also going to be displayed on the screen. You can feel free to follow us and be a part of the Real Tales. Don't forget to subscribe to the Real Tales podcast. Well, till we meet again, I am Pamela. I'm Gloria.
Amy is Pala.
Bye.